What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the Dying Scene Record Radar, presented as always by Punk Rock Radar. We got a lot of cool stuff to talk about this week, so let's get right into it. Up first, you may have heard Scrapped Plans. We talked about the vinyl release of this a few weeks ago. Supergroup, pop punk super featuring Mikey Erg, of course, Grath from Houseboat, the Steinways, Robot, Bachelor, etc., Frasier from the Murder Burgers, Wrong Life, etc., and other members of the Steinways and other great bands. Buddy Buddy Belgium, their first album, maybe the only one, who knows? We're releasing this on cassette. That's right, we got a cassette starting off this week's Record Radar. This is limited to 50 copies, half of which are black cassette tapes and half of which are white cassette tapes. So you're already fans of an obsolete music format in vinyl records. Why not double down and get a cassette? It's $10. You can get it from Dying Scene Records, the revived Dying Scene Records, as well as the Punk Rock Radar store and Cat's Claw Records if you're in the UK. So yes, very cool. Scrap Plans. If you like old school pop punk, definitely recommend picking that up. And get the vinyl from Bloated Cat Records as well. I know I got my pre-order, of course. All right, next up, another Punk Rock Radar sanctioned release. I believe the band is self-releasing this, but they're from the UK, and Punk Rock Radar is the exclusive distributor of the record in the US. So you can get this from the Punk Rock Radar limited run store as well. Stank Finger, 3-finger discount on slime green colored vinyl. This looks fucking sick, man. This is a good record. You like skate punk mixed with a little bit of ska punk. The back half of the album is more ska heavy than the first half. Check these guys out. Great band. If you like old school Blink, Less Than Jake, Real Big Fish, Sponge. I think that's how you pronounce Sponge, UK ska band. Check these guys out for sure. Definitely recommend picking that up. I know I am going to grab that in a minute here. Krang. Krang, awesome Czech melodic punk band. Their new record, Listens to Krang Once, is coming out on May 3rd. Very soon, actually, on Spam Records. They got 4 variants. They're all Ninja Turtles themed. And they also have a bundle on their own store. You can get all 4 variants at a discounted price. So I'm sure Mr. Jonathan picked that up. Of course, he loves Krang. They're a very good band. Stay tuned. We did a video reacting to the Krang albums. So spoiler alert there. I don't know why I can't talk today. Some more Spam Records releases. Chaser, Small Victories. The new Chaser album due out June 28th, so not quite as soon as the Krang album. 4 color variants of this one. They look pretty sweet. I will say Spam has a tendency to exaggerate the beauty of their vinyl variant mock-ups, but Chaser's a great band. I don't really give a shit what the record looks like. I grabbed it. I got this orange one here. That one looks pretty sweet. It's going to be a great record. The last 2 Chaser albums have been fantastic. I think they continue the trend here, so definitely recommend picking that up on one of 4, if not all 4 color variants. And last up from Spam Records this week, we got a folk punk release from Bridge City Sinners of Portland, Oregon, not Portland, Maine. Their new album, In the Age of Doubt. Due out on July 12th, and this is also being released in the US by Flail Records, who does a lot of folk punk stuff. Spam has 4 variants on their store. Flail Records has 3 exclusive variants on theirs. I think the Flail record is better personally, but I digress. So you folk punk fans, check that out. Smoking Popes, Born to Quit, their 1994 album, is turning 30 this year. That's older than me, Mr. Titty Baby Punk Boy. Yes, Real Gone Music is reissuing it. They got this, they call this Sunburn color variant. It's white and pink and white, whatever. And then Rough Trade also has this exclusive variant on navy blue colored vinyl, which is limited to 200 copies. They don't say how many copies there are of the Sunburn. So yeah, pick that up. First time that's been in print in almost 10 years. Maybe over, I don't know. Yeah, over 10 years, 2013. And it's also the first time the original version of the album, the non-remastered version, has been released on vinyl. So that's also very notable. CDs. We got more CDs on the record radar. We're diversifying, of course. Down by Law, their new album, Crazy Days, is coming out on June 15th. The band says it will be available on vinyl as well, but right now you can only get it on compact disc, as we call it in the trade, and digital download. So check that out, fellow CD appreciators. Pick up the new Down by Law album. MakeWar, Fat Records release, of course, on the record radar, as always. The new MakeWar album, A Paradoxical Theory, is due out on June 28th. This cover art's kind of creeping me out, honestly. But anyway, this is due out. A Paradoxical Theory of Change. Did I say the whole title? Yes, this comes out in the end of June. You can listen to the first single now. It's called Tell Me. And you can get it on colored vinyl, black vinyl, compact disc, or digital download, all on the Fat Records site. And yeah, the colored vinyl is not sold out yet. Joe Gittleman, he's been very busy since the Boss Tones broke up, and he's continuing to stay busy. So he has his new band, The Kilograms, and he is also releasing his self-titled, or not self-titled, his debut solo album. If I could talk correctly, I would lose my fucking mind. Yes, this comes out on June 21st. The first single is fucking awesome, man. If you like, I don't know, this is better than the last like 3 Boss Tones records, in my opinion. I liked it a lot more, way catchier than it. It's called Hold Up. So yeah, check out the first single, Plastered in the Rafters, and get the vinyl. It's a Coke Bottle Green colored vinyl, limited to 250 copies. Get it from Bad Time Records. I'm really looking for it, but it sounded fucking sweet. More solo albums. Jen from the Bomb Pops. Her solo album, East Side of Eden, is out now. Kind of surprise release. There wasn't a ton of lead up to this. There's 2 color variants of the vinyl. One of them already sold out. It was the cooler looking one that sold out, of course. But this one, Desert Blue colored vinyl, is still in stock. You can also stream the whole album now. Very cool stuff there. And the last solo album we're going to talk about is an old one. Oldie but a goodie, Dr. Frank, Show Business Is My Life. Obviously, Dr. Frank from the Mr. T Experience. This is his 1999 solo album. Also a debut. I don't think he's released another solo album, though. Pretty sure he hasn't. I'm a pretty big MTX fan. Yeah, very cool here. Some things that are notable. This is a die-cut cover. So I guess this like TV frame here is gonna have a cutout where the screen is, and this is the inner sleeve pull out. So you get 2 different versions of this. There's a 180 gram black vinyl, which you cannot pre-order because Sounds Rad does not do pre-orders, but you can call dibs on it, which is basically pre-ordering without paying money, I guess. And then they send you a early link on a few days before the release to buy the record. So yes, you can do that. And then there's also a turquoise color variant. It's going to be the retail variant, I guess. So record stores may get that. The black's limited to 200 copies. The turquoise is 300 copies. All right, another CD on the record radar. I got to make an exception here for the rules, man. I'm breaking the rules. No more vinyl only. We're doing cassettes, CDs. Fucking one of these was an 8-track, has an 8-track version. That Bridge City Sinners record has an 8-track. Atomic Treehouse, my friend's band, Shout out to Alex. Their new EP, it's called Overthrow the Captain. It's out now. If you like MXPX, Screeching Weasel early, Blink 182, very early Blink 182, Nerf Herder, check out Atomic Treehouse, great pop punk band from Tampa Bay, of course. And yes, this is their new EP. It's 4 songs. The first one kind of sounds like a Bad Religion song. He told me they tried to make it sound like an Offspring song. It sounds different than anything they've done before, though. The rest of the songs, if you like Teenage Politics era MXPX, you'll like this. It's available on CD now. It's only $7. I mean, the beauty of compact discs, the affordability, you cannot match it with a vinyl record. All right, back to vinyl. The Hoaxers, their debut EP. Thought That You Should Know, backed with Heartsick. Both these songs are fucking insanely good. Yeah, speaking of Lookout, if you like Lookout, pop punk, 90s pop punk, Weasel, Queers, any of that stuff, you gotta check these guys out. This is awesome. The dudes were in a bunch of other well-established bands. Some of them they still are in, including Oldie Han, especially. But yes, this is a fantastic set of 2 songs. Interesting physical release for it. It's a lathe cut, square 7-inch. So yes, it's square and it's a lathe cut, which is not the standard way to press a record. But yeah, very cool. Great fucking songs. Mom's Basement Records, of course, always putting out good shit. This is the latest in a long line of releases so far this year. They've cranking out stuff. So check that out. Highly recommended pickup there. Lars Fredriksson and the Bastards. I don't know who the fuck asked for this, to be honest with you. Anyway, yes, Lars Fredriksson and the Bastards, self-titled debut album, back in print. It was never out of print because the last pressing from 2 years ago is still in print. But anyway, 1,000 copies of this on bleach marble colored vinyl. If you want to get the last one too, it's still in stock. They made 1,000 of those too. This will probably end up in a fucking landfill someday. A Wilhelm Scream, a reissue that is in demand. The 10th anniversary edition of Party Crasher. This was released last year and it sold out pretty much instantly. Now it's back in print. They did a second pressing. 500 copies on this color variant here. It's remastered. I don't know why they remastered it. The record sounded great anyway. I don't know, whatever, doesn't really matter, but fantastic album, back in print. Pick that up for sure. More folk punk on the record radar. The Goddamn Gallows. 7 Devils. This one's been out of print for a while too, since 2015. Yeah, it's a double LP reissue. It's been remastered, and it features 7 bonus tracks, which is cool. They're live recordings, are the bonus tracks. Gatefold, all that fun stuff. It's on gold vinyl. They don't say how many copies, but it is almost sold out. Just a few copies left on the label store, and it's also available on black vinyl, which it said there was like 300 something copies left of that. So yeah, check that out if you like folk punk. And last up this week, a very interesting release to round out this week's record radar. We have Sub, a Montreal ska punk band that I thought was defunct, but apparently not. And Hugo Moody from the St. Catharines, they're releasing a split LP with this interesting jacket. It's like split down the front. Yes, something. So another interesting thing about this, it's partially a tribute to Kim Shattuck of the Muffs. Rest in peace, Kim. It features each band covering a different Muff song. And then it also features each band covering one of the other songs. Hugo's not a band, he's a solo artist, but I guess. So yeah, very cool here. It's coming out on June 21st. You see that date coming up a lot on Thousand Islands Records. And yes, it is available to pre-order now. And apparently one of the Muffs covers is going to be streaming on May 1st, so very soon here. So yeah, pick that up if you like the Muffs or Sub or the St. Catharines or Hugo Moody. Yeah, that'll do it for this week's record radar. Sorry, stuttering and all that weird shit. I'm not gonna edit any of it out. because I am lazy. I'm not gonna watch myself ramble for 10 minutes to edit shit out. So anyway, cassettes, CDs, vinyl, records, we got it all now on the Record Radar. We are inclusive, diversified, whatever you want to say. If you want to pick up any of these releases, hit the link in the description to go to dyingscene.com and read this article, list, whatever you want to call it, and buy the records. So thanks everybody for watching. As always, appreciate everybody, and I'll see you next time.